Hello everyone, Catweazle here, welcome to the channel, and welcome back to our playthrough of Arkham Horror, the card game, where we are currently on the Dunwich Legacy campaign. We're in our third scenario, which is the Miskatonic Museum. Unfortunately, Professors Rice and Armitage have been kidnapped, but we do have Dr. Morgan with us. Now, in looking through Dr. Armitage's house after he got kidnapped, we found out that a version of the Necronomicon is being kept safely, so far, in the Miskatonic Museum. And what we're doing is we're going to try and retrieve it before some foul cultists get their claws on it. So that's the plan. We've come to the museum, and while we were trying to get inside, Zoe's just macheted the door down and broke in. And in her wake is a slightly sheepish Daisy Walker who's followed her in. And that's where we're up to at the moment. Just before we start this episode, which will be episode, I think it's 13, which will be unlucky for some, but hopefully not for us. We've got an error from last time. What I forgot was when Zoe actually busted the door down, she used an action. So she used an action to equip Machete, she used an action to bust the door down, and then she used an action to actually move, and that is 3 actions. So what we couldn't do is we couldn't play Emergency Cash. But that's alright, we'll take the 3 resources and put them back in the supply, and we'll put Emergency Cash back down here. So that is easily remedied. Alright, I think we are up to date now, so let's move into the laugh and chuckle phase. And here we are at the laugh and chuckle phase. Okay, first things first, we've got to drop a doom. And we check the agenda. The agenda's on 5, so we're fine there. We don't have to do anything with the agenda. And we can move straight into pulling some encounter cards. I think Zoe will still go first, so we'll pull an encounter card for her. Let's see what she gets. Just check it's a single card. It is. And brilliant. We start with Cursed Luck, which is an omen. Got to put this into a threat area, and it's -1 for every skill check that we do. We've got to pass a skill check, but we've got to pass it by 1 or more to get rid of this. So that's a bit unfortunate. As it stands, I don't think we're going to have Zoe do any tests this turn, so we might have this for a while. Okay, so that's hers. And we've got to pull an encounter card for Daisy as well. Let's see what she gets. Single card, yes. And we get Visions of Futures Past, which is a hex. This is the one where we've got to test willpower. The willpower is at 5. For each point we fail by, we've got to discard the top card of our deck. Well, we have got a willpower of 3, which isn't great. Is there anything we can do? We could play Unexpected Courage. And I think we will. Yes, we can play this, and it's not one of those whereby if you pass the test you get another card. It's got 2 wildcard icons. Let's use this, and yeah, we'll use this, and that will mean it's 5 versus 5. And we pick out a tentacle, which is 5 versus 0, so we lose 5 cards. 6 cards because we chucked Unexpected Courage at it. So 1, Manual Dexterity goes, Mind Over Matter goes, Scrying goes, Unexpected Courage goes, and Ward of Protection. And we didn't get rid of a single weakness, but we did get rid of quite a few good cards there. Ugh. So we're back to normal. Yes, picked a tentacle out. Bummer. Right, put that over there. And that is the end of the laugh and the chuckle phase. Next up, it is the investigation phase. And here we are with Zoe. Now, she's currently in the museum halls, but I think what we'll do, just to kick off, is we'll do that emergency cache again, correctly this time, and we'll get ourselves 3 resources. So that's 1, 2, 3. That was her first action. And what else can we do? I think what we'll do is we'll do a bit of moving. Let's do some investigation. Well, not investigation. Let's have a look round. We can still get to the security office and the administration office. Which one shall we pick? Let's go to the administration office, seeing as it's in shot. So Zoe goes to the administration office. That is her second action. Let's have a look at it. So, location, Miskatonic. A sturdy wooden door with a plaque next to it reads Administration. In the hall outside the doorway you see a row of paintings depicting the museum's many curators through the years, each adorned with their name and years of employment. Perhaps it's just your imagination, but they look more distressed in recent years. Let's flick it over. So it's got a shroud of 2 and it's got 2 clues per investigator, so we've got 4 clues here. Location, Miskatonic. You cannot investigate the administration office while you have 4 or fewer cards in your hand. Well, we've got more than that. This office is meticulously organised, from the books in alphabetical order on the shelves to the stacks of forms organised by category on each desk. A coat is draped over one of the nearby chairs. Perhaps somebody other than the security guard is still here at this late hour. So there we go. So that shroud of 2 is good news. I think this is the good card for the administration office. It's got 4 clues. Let me sort those out. There we are. 4 clues. Okay, should we investigate? It is a chance to get rid of cursed luck, isn't it? So our investigation, though, it's 2. It's pants. And there's nothing we can chuck at it. Yeah, we'd just be hoping to pull a Elder Sign token there, so perhaps it's not worth doing that. So what we'll do, I think, is we'll just pull a card. We'll pull an extra card for her final action. Put that down here. And we get double or nothing, which is another skill. Okay. So we'll pop these down here. And those are those are the 3 actions for Zoe. Next up, it is Daisy Walker. And here we are with Daisy, and I've just brought the museum entrance down here because we're going to try and get that final clue. So that'll be our first action. And we have a intellect of 6 now, because no we don't, because we haven't put Dr. Milan Christopher up yet. So nearly, Paul, nearly. Nice try. We've got no resources to put Dr. Christopher up either, so it is still 5 versus 3. We'll just go for that. We've got a few actions left, so we need a -2 or better, and we get a +1. Woohoo! Why didn't you pull that before? So we do get this final clue. That's great. That can go back up here. So that's fabulous. We have got both of those clues. Righto, we'll go straight up to the map, because next we are going to move. And here we are with Daisy. So for her second action, she is going to move, and she is going to go into the museum halls. And what is she going to do there? She's still got an action left. She could move up to the security office. Yes. While we haven't got any monsters about, the monster, the hunting horror, while that's not about, let's get some exploration done. So what we'll do is we'll go to the security office for her final action. So we'll pop her there. And let's have a look at this. Security office, location, Miskatonic. The plaque next to this doorway reads security. The door is ajar, and inside you catch the scent of blood. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, let's flick it over. So, Shroud 2. This is also the good one, so we've done okay here. Shroud 2, and it's got 2 clues because it's 1 per investigator. Location Miskatonic. For 2 actions, search the top 6 cards of your deck for a card and add it to your hand. Shuffle the rest back into your deck. Limit once per turn. Somebody must have left the security office in a hurry. Blood stains the floor under the desk nearby. Thankfully, there are some useful supplies here you may be able to use. So there we go. And yes, that must have been good old Adam doing a runner. He's probably stabbed himself in the foot or something. So there we are, security office. That gets 2 clues. Sort that out now. 1, 2. Pop them there. So that was her 3rd action, and we'll get back to her player area because she's still got her special action. She can use her old book of law. And here we are back with Daisy. She is going to use her old book of law. And we'll take a look at the top 3 cards of her deck. A Holy Rosary, a Shortcut, that could be useful, and a Forbidden Knowledge. Okay, I think we're going to be taking Shortcut. Let's just check. Yes. We get to keep one and shuffle the others in. So we'll take Shortcut. Oh, hang on, let's just check Forbidden Knowledge. Uses 4 secrets. If Forbidden Knowledge has no secrets, discard it. Exhaust Forbidden Knowledge and take 1 horror. Move 1 secret from... Oh, that's just to get resources, isn't it? We're a bit short on resources, but we do have emergency cash. We'll probably use that next turn. I'm on a bit of a clue hunt at the moment, so let's take Shortcut. Just in case, you know, some horrible monster turns up, Shortcut will give us an opportunity to do a runner. So these need to be shuffled back in. Let's put 1 in the middle there, 1 in the middle there, and then give it a shuffle. Cut. Awesome. There we are. Okay, so that wasn't too bad, apart from what happened in the Mythos phase, which was pretty bad. But yes, we've got along there, and we have got 2 clues. We can start. Let's pick up those 2 clues in the security office, and then we can start having a look. Move back to the museum halls and start having a look at these exhibition halls. Okay, that's it for the investigation phase. Next up is the enemy phase. And here we are with our favourite kind of enemy phase, the one with no enemies in it. So we can move straight on to upkeep. And here we are at the upkeep phase, so refresh cards, old book of law comes back, and we get our actions back. Very good. Now it's time to pick some cards, so Zoe first, and she gets her bloody weakness. Damn it! Smite the Wicked weakness task. Revelation. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until an enemy is discarded. Attach Smite the Wicked to that enemy and spawn it at the location farthest from you. Forced. When the game ends, if the attached enemy is in play, you suffer 1 mental trauma. I think we've only got the hunting horror. we have only got the hunting horror, I think. But we are discarding these till we get to the hunting horror. So, slithering behind you. Beyond the veil. Beyond the veil. Glad to see the end of them. Ephemeral exhibits. Crypt chill. Passage into the veil. Pushed into the beyond. Passage to the veil. Terror from beyond. There's only one, I think, enemy. So this could go right to the end of the deck. This starts in the dark. No. An arcane barrier. I hope we don't get one of them. Slithering behind you. Crypt chill. Ooh. Starts in the dark. Twist of fate. Twist of fate. Bloody hell, is it the last card? Twist of fate. Curse luck. Curse you. Passage into the veil. It's going to be the last card, isn't it? Visions of future past. Terror from beyond. Another locked door. Visions of future past. It is going to be the last one. Obscuring fog. Hunting horror. Here it was. About 4/5 of the way down. Right. So all those are discarded. So we missed some horrible cards there. Look at that lot. And the hunting horror is the first one that comes up. So let's just check it against this. It's got what's attached to it, doesn't it? Attach Smite the Wicked to that enemy and spawn it at the location farthest from you. Okay. So that could be the security office, but we're certainly not going to put it there, or the museum entrance. So the hunting horror is going to the museum entrance. There we go. Oh, we'll have a look at it, seeing as it's here. So combat 2, that's good. 3 health. And it has, it's 2 to evade, monster elite, hunter, and it's got retaliate, so we have got to hit it. Forced, at the start of the enemy phase, reveal a random token from the chaos bag. If the revealed token has any of those on it, ready hunting horror. Forced, when hunting horror leaves play, place it in the void. Oh, what the void is, it's like, we'll just put it over there, yeah. The void is just like a special way of taking it out of the encounter deck, and then it can be sort of brought back from the void anytime that the game decides that we're getting too cocky. It'll bring it back from the void. So that's the hunting horror. One good thing is at least we should be able to get rid of Zoe's weakness here. The reason being, we've only got a single enemy. It's another reason why I brought Zoe on this trip, plus the fact, you know, she's a hard ass. But Smite the Wicked, because it'd have always attached to the hunting horror, because that's basically the only enemy that we've got. So there was a good chance we would be able to defeat that enemy and get rid of Smite the Wicked. Now, there is another card, but because of the way that hunting horror has come onto the board, that shadow spawned, I do not think attaches to that card. Yeah, so normally what happens is if you get it as an encounter or through the agenda or anything like that, it will tell you to add shadow spawn to the hunting horror, but it didn't in this particular case, so we're all right. Okay, so that was a bit of a bummer. Next up is, oh, sorry, a resource. She's not at the entrance, so she gets another resource. That's cool. Then we move on to Daisy. So after a good start, it's going a bit south at the moment. She gets perception. Excellent. We are looking for clues. We want those intellect icons. Plus the fact, if the investigation is successful, we'll get to draw another card. Woohoo! So we'll put that down here. And yes, that is pretty good. The other thing about the hunting horror, it doesn't have a prey instruction. So as long as we're clever with the where we put Daisy and Zoe, we should be pretty much able to make sure it attacks Zoe all the time. So that'll be good. Okay. Oh, she gets a resource finally, because she is no longer at the museum entrance. And that is it for round 25. I'll be back shortly with round 26. I'll just go and upload this, see if I've made any major errors, and then I will come back with round 26. So I'll see you in a bit. And here we are at round 26. One quick thing, I did make an error with the hunting horror. I was talking about shadow spawned. Well, yes, it does actually join with the hunting horror. It was on the agenda. Yeah, it's on the agenda, it's forced. Hunting horror comes into play, then shadow spawned comes into play. So, treachery, shadow spawned, power. Shadow spawned remains attached to hunting horror if it enters the void. Hunting horror gets +1 fight, +1 health and +1 evade for each resource on shadow spawn. There aren't any at the moment. If there are at least 3 resources on shadow spawned, hunting horror also gains massive. Okie dokie. So all this lot plus smite the wicked, that all goes back to the museum entrance where we put it. So apologies for that, but I did catch it finally. Okay, let's get on with the laugh and chuckle phase. First of all, we need a doom. So pop that there. We've got 2 doom, but it's 5 on the agenda, so that's okay. So it's pull encounter card time. So 1 for Zoe. Sure it's a single, it is. And we get, it's obscuring fog. I thought we got rid of all these when we went through that lot. Hazard. Revelation, attached to your location, limit 1 per location. Attached location gets +2 shroud, so that's going to put the administration office up to 4 shroud forced. After attached location is successfully investigated, discard obscuring fog. Well, 4 shroud isn't too bad. We do have Daisy on the team, so we can still send her there, and as soon as she gets a clue from that location, we can get rid of obscuring fog. We could do without it, but if you've got Daisy on your team or somebody like Rex Murphy, it isn't as bad as it might be. So, right, obscuring fog. We're not going to have Zoe doing investigating in the administration office anyway, so I think that'll be okay, especially seeing she's got cursed luck. Right, so that's her. So, Daisy next. Single card it is. Ooh, and she gets ephemeral exhibits. Terror, revelation, test, intellect, oh we like that, 3. If you fail, lose 1 action for each point that you failed by. Are you watching the exhibits or are the exhibits watching you? Okay, so she has got 5 intellect, so we're going to chuck anything at it. No, I don't think we are. We'll just go a 5 versus 3. Come on, Daisy. Another tentacle! Oh! So she loses all her actions. Well, she loses 3. She'll be able to use her old book of law. Oh, that's 2 tentacles in a row. Let's get rid of them. Oh, how unlucky is that? Oh, I hate losing actions as well. Time is your most important thing in these games. I know I keep banging on about it, but oh, that is awful. And she's our main clue getter as well. Damn it! That is we should be passing that. Bloody tentacle. Oh! Rubbish! Oh, that is... Oh! Oh! That is so annoying. Okay, right, let's get out of this crappy mythos phase and let's move on. Let's move on to the investigation phase. And here we are with Zoe, and what's Zoe going to do? Well, Zoe's annoyed, like I'm annoyed, and there is a monster in the building, and she is not, like, standing for that, no way. So first of all, she's going to spend 2 of her actions to move. She comes out of the foggy administration office to the museum halls, and then she comes right down to the museum entrance, yelling bloody murder, and waving her machete about. So that means the hunting horror, will become engaged with her. So we'll put that down there, and we'll move back to her player area, and she's going to try and slice it up. Here we are at her player area, so for her final action, she is going to attack. Now, it's got 2 combat and 3 health. Remember, we haven't got any resources on Shadow Spawned. And we've got a machete, which gives us +1. We've got 4 anyway, so that's 5. And we do have overpower. That will give us 7. Because we're going to commit that. We're not going to commit anything else. So we've got 7 attack against 2. But it's 6 versus 2 because of Curse Luck. Yeah, that gives us -1. And we get a -2. I was thinking, no, don't pull the tentacle again, but we didn't. So we did get 2 hits. 1 for hitting it and 1 because of the machete. We don't have any other monsters engaged with us, so the machete gives us +1. We succeeded by more than 1, so we get rid of Curse Luck. Not sorry to see that go. And the other thing is overpower. Yes, if this test is successful, draw another card, which we will do. And we get, oh yes, the Elder Sign Amulet. Love this card. This is what costs. This costs us 3 XP. It's 2 to play. It's an asset. It has a willpower and a wildcard icon. Item relic. This has been in my family for generations. Take care of it, and it will take care of you. And it uses the amulet slot, but it gives +4 sanity. Just the thing for Zoe. So that's great. Alright, so I think that went pretty well. I mean, we haven't actually killed it yet, but we do have emergency aid in case it hits us, and we do have dodge. And dodge means we should be able to avoid it in the enemy phase, all things being well. Which means we shouldn't take any damage, but we'll see how that goes. That is it for Zoe. Let's go over and see Daisy. Not a lot she can do after that horrible Mythos phase, but we'll see what she can do. Here we are with Zoe. So all she can do, she can use a special action. So what she's going to do, we're going to exhaust Old Book of Law again. And losing those actions, that's just appalling. 1, 2, 3. Let's see what these are. Manual Dexterity. Hyper Awareness. That might be worth playing. And another Perception. I'll take Perception, I think. We're on clue gathering. So there we go. So we're up to 8 cards as well. So we'll probably have to get rid of something. In fact, I like all of those cards. I'll have to discard something, won't I? No, but Celavi. I was actually hoping to get rid of emergency cash this turn, but couldn't do it, could we? So they've been shuffled back in, and that's it for her. There is nothing else she can do, and that is it for the investigation phase. Let's move on to the enemy phase. And here we are at the enemy phase. The Hunting Horror is going to attack Zoe, but she is going to play dodge. So that's going to cost her 1 resource. And dodge, fast, play when an enemy attacks an investigator at your location, and we cancel that attack. So Zoe has dodged out of the way. And that's cool, because we don't get hit. Woohoo! Okay, and the other good thing as well is the Hunting Horror only has 1 health left. So even if during the... Oh no, we can't get an enemy. No, brilliant. So we're not even going to get an enemy. I was going to say, like, if we got another enemy engaged with us, you know, we'd still do at least 1 damage. But Machete machete's going to work every single time because there is only one enemy that is moving around the museum. So that's brilliant. Woohoo! That's cheered me up. Right, that is it for the enemy phase. Next up is the upkeep phase. And here we are, upkeep. So 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, don't forget the old book of law. Coolness. Right, a card for Zoe, and she gets evidence. Fast play after you defeat an enemy. Discover one clue at your location. Oh, if only we... Oh, no, we didn't kill it. So hopefully we'll get a clue. Woohoo! Except there are no clues to find. Ah, well. We can keep it, I think. Yeah, there are no clues to find. We got rid of them all, didn't we? Never mind. But the hunting horror will come back again, I'm sure of it. So we might have a chance to use it then. She gets a resource back. So what's that? She's back up to 7, I think it is. And then we draw a card for Daisy. Oh! The Necronomicon. John D. translation, item tome. Put the Necronomicon into play in your threat area with 3 horror on it. It cannot leave play while it has 1 or more horror on it. Treat elder signs you reveal on a chaos token as a tentacle. Ooh! Move 1 horror from the Necronomicon to Daisy Walker, then the Necronomicon has no horror on it, discard it. So it looks... I'm going to get no actions next turn either for Daisy. At least I don't have to chuck a card because it goes straight into play. And we didn't lose any... we would have had to have got rid of something else, but we only had the old Book of Law in our hands. So she did have a spare hand for Necronomicon. Oh, that is rubbish. So I'm going to have to use 3 of my actions next turn, take 3 horror. In fact, 1 I can put onto Research Librarian, so 2... Oh no, it says put onto Daisy Walker, doesn't it? Yeah, I've got to put it on Daisy Walker. Ugh. So... Yep, that's bad news. No! It's more about the actions, it's not the 3 horror, it's the actions that I'm going to lose. That, God, Daisy, you have been unlucky this turn and last turn. Right, so that is it for... Oh no, she does get a resource. That puts her up to 2. Oh, she might actually get to take an action at some point that doesn't involve bloody old Book of Law. Okay, what I might do is I might leave the Necronomicon in play for a bit, to be honest, and risk it, you know, just to get a few clues, and perhaps I'll just take, you know, 1 action to put a horror onto Daisy and then do it that way and get rid of it in 3 turns, because we can't afford to lose another full turn, I don't think. Okay, so that is the end of the upkeep phase, and that is the end of round 26 and the end of this episode. Thank you so much for watching. We got a bit done, but yes, the game has bitten us back, especially Daisy. Daisy has been really hard hit. It's not too bad, we are just losing tempo hand over fist. At least Zoe is doing what she does, and she's doing it excellently. Hopefully she'll finish off this hunting horror next turn, and then we can look to get on with it. I was hoping to pick up a couple more clues, and if everything had gone to plan, Zoe and Daisy would have been in the museum halls, and they would have started, you know, to put exhibit halls out. and then Zoe could have sort of zoomed in, checked them out, zoomed out, and then we could have just gone, you know, round from 1 to 6 as quickly as we possibly could. But yes, the game is putting a spanner in the works as regards that. But at least Zoe is still kicking ass. Hopefully, Daisy, she'll be able to pick up tempo. As I say, I think we won't get rid of the Necronomicon straight away. We'll just do it a bit at a time, because we desperately need to use some of those actions for other stuff. Yeah, I'd like to get Milan Christopher into play, and yes, start at least investigate one of those clues up there. Yep, that's bad. Bad. Not impressed. But we'll see if we can pick it up next time. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all the likes, thanks for all the dislikes, thanks for all the subscriptions, and thank you for all the help and support. If you've been up to Board Game Links to have a look at the videos there, thank you very much, and the same for BGG on the video threads, and you know, if you've liked them, drop Geek Gold, made a comment there, made a comment here, thank you so much. As ever, if I've made an error, please let me know and I will try and backtrack it in the next episode. Hopefully I haven't made too many, and if I have, they are easily fixed, but we shall see. Let me know. Okay, so that is it for episode 13, which was unlucky for some. Daisy, it was unlucky for. I will be back with episode 14, and I hope you join me. But until then, this is me, Catweazle, signing off. Toodaloo.